Hello and welcome to the Geosphere podcast.
I'm Sid,
And I'm Rayjan.
and together we're inviting you to join us in our conversations with clever, curious people.
Just like you, we have questions about what's currently happening in the world.
Deceptively simple as our little brains will allow and bring us together the best and the brightest ideas. So without further ado, let's get started kay ubay-ubay pagdudtag storyaan.
Yeah, you're right about that, Sid. Our first topic is about environmental issues. So what are environmental issues anyway? So these are issues that are some of the most pressing concerns that our world is facing today. First is from the climate change to pollution to environmental issues that affects almost every aspect of our life.
As we tackle this topic, let us not also forget the people joining us. We have Kay, Ricky, Nick, John, and Joshua. Welcome everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank you
for
so
having us
much
here.
for having us.
The pleasure is all ours. So going to the topic for today, what do you think about the environmental issues that we are facing today?
As the time passes by, we have heard a lot about pollution, global warming, deforestation, and many more.
Daghan jud ang environmental issues na today. So for now, let's start with pollution. How do you guys define pollution?
For those who don't know, pollution refers to the release of harmful contaminants into the environment and can be classified into three types: air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. Naasad ni siya harmful effects sa atong health. High amounts of pollution can have a range of negative health consequences. It makes you more susceptible to respiratory infections, heart disease, lung cancer, and many more. People who are already sick are affected more severely.
When we also talk about this, we can also link this to global warming and climate change, right?
Yes. Global warming is defined as the gradual increase in global temperature caused by the greenhouse effect caused by increasing levels of carbon dioxide and other pollutants in the Earth's atmosphere.
Climate change is the outcome of Earth's temperature rising. This refers to the long-term fluctuations in climate and weather patterns.
Scientists around the world that tell us that we only have a few years left and that it's important that something must be done already.
We really have a lot on our plates.
We also have deforestation. This is the removal of the natural forest cover of a geographical area, usually to make way for other uses such as industrialization, agricultural farmlands, or mining activities. This issue has led to the loss of countless species and habitats for wildlife.
So what do you think is our best course of action for this?
I think we should plant more trees. By making informed everyday decisions, we can make a difference in the fight to safeguard forests and also let us educate ourselves.
Why we should listen to them and help them, in order to help ourselves also.
You know, Judna, this is why we should also be vigilant and help one another and know how important the three R's are: reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Yeah, true. We should not wait until everything is too late.
By incorporating the three R's into our regular lifestyle, we empower ourselves to become more responsible citizens.
Yes, by undertaking this simple act, we reduce the amount of waste that will be thrown out into the landfill, where it will eventually cause damage to the environment. We shall pay the repercussions if we do not act now to prevent this from escalating.
It is also critical to understand what these environmental issues are and how we might solve them.
I personally think that these environmental issues are caused by our unhealthy lifestyles.
So, if we don't do something now, who would, right?
We agree, all of these are detrimental for all of us.
We have the same thing in mind. Then, constantly worrying about the long-term future and the risks that are arising because of what we humans are doing to this planet.
We tend to use more energy and resources, so we need to think in a global way about how we can do better and ensure a sustainable planet for the next generation.
But thinking about it, if we are doing our best in saving our planet, but there are still other people that continue to damage it, then our efforts will be put into waste.
That's why there's a need to spread awareness and educate people on what they should and should not do.
This is getting serious. So now this is the part when we'll insert our next question. How do we spread awareness and educate people?
Social media helps a lot when talking about spreading awareness. We just have to choose the appropriate words when posting.
By choosing an appropriate words, you mean not to offend people, right? kay na bayay mga taong a little bit sensitive. Careful lang jud ta sa atuwa words always.
As we also go into social media, we should also incorporate facts when we state or have our own opinions, because misleading, especially with these environmental issues, will not help us at all. We should spread correct and accurate information, Jude.
I agree with you, Sid. Social media is an informative technology that is vital for our lives because it allows us to deal with the ever-changing nature of our daily lives. Sometimes technology provides a variety of methods for accelerating development and exchanging information. Both of these things are IT goals to make work easier, to solve a variety of problems, and sometimes it is important that it is being used carefully because it is really up to us if we allow it to become a disadvantage or an advantage.
But before we end, we would like to thank our guests for taking the time to join this segment, because padulong naman jud ta ani sa ending. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
You're right
Thank
about
you.
that.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you,
us.
Kayo. Thank you.
The pleasure is
Ending
all
this
ours.
segment with a quote: "Better environment, better tomorrow. Let us save the environment."
And this is Rayjan,
And this is
With-
Sid.
now ending our Geosphere podcast.